So, hey there, hope you're having an amazing day. My name is Gary Clinton. I go by Gary the Expert, and I help men and women with depression across the board. This episode, I haven't recorded an episode in a while, so I'm doing it in my car, not with my usual beautiful background. And I'm doing it because I actually want to say appreciation to my VA who does a lot of the tasks, I'll just say, and I'm going to give them a little bit of appreciation. So if you need a virtual assistant to get you help, to help you with any action, let me know. I'm more than happy to send you on my beautiful, amazing, incredible, as Donald Trump goes, the best, the best. Not to get into politics, and that's not what we're here about. On today's episode, I am going to share with you how having certain questions, it's almost like it's a test I have for certain clients when they come in the door for myself. And the question is just to see how they are viewing life, what's their glasses, what's their vision, or how clear they have many aspects of their own life. So one question I would ask a client, I will tell you right now, but before I tell you that, the sponsor of this podcast is Quasi.com and upskillonline.org. Check both of them in the description of this channel, and also leave a like, subscribe to the channel. I hope it's very much helping you, and these tests are also for you right now. This is a little check-in with yourself, and I'm going to give you a little bit of a diagnosis in terms of, I'm not going to diagnose you, I never diagnose, right? No, that's not me, but I'm going to give you a little bit of an understanding to your potential, if it's positive or negative, your own current answer to this question. So one question I give at least is, finish this sentence: life is ... Now, finish this sentence: life is ... People will say life is hard, life is tough, life is a war, life is a battle, life is sad, life is miserable, life is good, life is great, life is amazing, life is beautiful, life is incredible, life is fantastic, life is breathtaking. Now, anywhere on that scale, 0 to 10, 0 being it's the worst thing in the world, 10 being the best thing in the world, I would love to find out where your answer is. It's just a little bit of a test. What's your understanding? Not even what is your understanding of life, I suppose, but what's your outlook on life? This is a very important thought process, because if you think from the get-go and think of a hierarchical structure, right, a pyramid structure, at the top, I would say life is basically at the top. Time maybe is at the top. I would say maybe relationships, families at the top. And these things are, maybe you've seen the jar of life. And if you put in all the small things, you put in the calorie counting, you put in the steps per day, if you put in the email follow-ups, if you put in all those things, they're very small things in terms of life, right? So at the very top, I see is life, of this pyramid, of this hierarchical structure, life. So what's your outlook on life? From there, I know from a client, or I see from a client, if they think life is hard, well, anything going on in their life is going to come from that paradigm. It's going to come from that outlook, because they could get, someone cut them off in traffic. That's another reinforcement for them to say this is hard, which then reinforces a negative emotion about life. See, if I think life is beautiful, someone cuts me off, my thought is, I think this person's in a rush, they need to get to the hospital or something. It's an example of a thought that you would have differently to a person who thinks life is hard. One example of trillions of different examples that we could give. If your boss gives out to you, how are you going to react in that moment? Are you going to say, F you? More than likely, if you think life is hard. If you think life is amazing, you probably won't get frustrated, upset, or angry with it, because you know it's okay or it's good. If you think life is beautiful, you're going to feel that way based off practically any situation that happens. Practically any situation. If life is beautiful, one word, then therefore you're going to view it that way. You could view life as okay, it's fine, it's okay, it's all right. And this is also a danger zone, I call it. See, if it's really bad, you can change. You want to change. If it's okay, not so bad, you might not want to change. If it's really great, not if it's really great. In fact, if it's good, you probably don't want to change. It's in a danger zone. If it's really great, you're happy with that. You're really happy with that. If you're good, you're happy with it, but you might not want to settle there. So again, this is also all, wherever you are on this, it's not like you're set in stone for this the rest of your life. Whatever age you are, you can, your brain is great. Your brain is amazing, right? And there's also, like, finish the sentence, brain is ... Your brain is amazing. So you can finish, you can actually retrain. You can retrain your mind at any age, which is a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful thing. Now, you will have a bit of entropy coming in across the lifespan, right? I might be sweating a bit here in my car on a beautiful hot day. First time ever in Ireland for a hot day. I'm going to turn on a bit of aircon. Okay, now, so from the get-go, what's your belief around life? That's one question, and that will dictate a lot of things going forward, strangely enough. There might be a few semantics in there, like if I say life is beautiful and you say life is incredible, right? Similar realm, right? Probably even the same realm. Just different words, similar meaning, but just different words. If I say life is hard and you say life is tough, it's very much the same. That's for semantics. It's not a big deal. But is it a positive thing? Is it a neutral thing? Or is it a very negative thing? And that will matter. So another question, I go, I am ... Finish the sentence. I am ... Now the next sentence you tell me is actually really important. I don't want you to, in fact, I actually have no biases on what you want to answer to that question. I really don't. It's just an element, a test to see where you're coming from, who you view you as. If you view yourself as, I'm shy, I'm not confident, well, I know on a day-to-day basis, you're shy and you probably feel anxious out in public, right? That you got a bit of anxiety. I don't know what the other thing I said there. I said shy and something else. So if I say I am confident, then I know these actions I could give you as a client. I could say, hey, go out, speak to that person you want to speak to the boss, rather than the person who is, I'm shy, they ain't gonna do it. Or they really don't want to do it right now. Again, you can change it, you can become confident. I've changed, I've become confident. I was shy, now I'm confident. I was, a vast amount of things in my past. An addict was one of those, depressed was one of those, and now I'm not, gratefully. So I am ... What would you answer to that question? What would you answer to the question, I am ... Depending on this, very simple, understanding of where you are, how your outlook on life is, and how you view yourself. And this can be tailored to help you with your approach or growth out of depression or out of anxiety or into something that you actually want, which would be eternal happiness. Oh, what a sentence that is. It's eternal happiness. That's a cool sentence. It's nice to fantasize about it. It's nice to even maybe possibly believe it. But yeah, okay. Going on to the last topic I have. The last question, the last understanding that I want to get from initially a client at the start, or any person in general, just to understand them a little bit more, a little bit deeper of a relationship. What is your dream, or what is your goal? Now, what is your goal is a little bit more specific in terms of, like, they'll just ask you, what do you mean by what's my goal? Do you mean in my health, in my finance, or relationships, my career, my purpose? What do you mean by goal? So I would prefer, what is your dream? What is your dream? Now, this is an interesting question. They might ask you, what do you mean? In what category as well, but it's very rarely. I think most people tend to have kind of a one big dream and then a few smaller dreams underneath that, or many smaller dreams underneath that. And if you don't have a big dream there, it's just you, and it's only you. I'm only joking. It's not only you. It could be a lot of people. I don't know how much people it is. The depressed mind will tell you it's only you. The depressed mind will tell you it's nobody cares. The depressed mind will tell you a vast amount of lies. I care. I hope you're doing well. I want you to do well. I'm not going to go down to the dark pits of hell and stay there with you. So either you're going to come up, and I want to help you come up. And in order to do that, there's a vast amount of tools, tips and tricks that we're not going to go into in this episode. But what's your dream? A very, very important thing of any relationship with a client, at least for myself, is you need to have a future that is brighter than today. And that's just a common thing for depression. If you're in depression, you really don't have a compelling future. Your future doesn't look great. So we need to create a future that you're actually excited for. Now, a dream would be people in depression, I want to get off this planet ASAP. Check me out. Where's the doors? Yeah, where's the next level? Where's the next stairs? That's all great. Not great at all. We actually need to create a compelling dream, vision, purpose, something that you're compelled by, that you will take action towards. The bigger it is, probably the better you'll have of a drive, of an incentive, I think. If it's a little bit, it's okay. For example, I ask people what's their dream. Unfortunately, people who are struggling or feeling a bit down, they often tell me this one it's a simple answer. People often tell me this when they're depressed. When I ask what's their dream, they say, I want to have a good family, I want to have a good job, and I want to be, earning good income. And I'm like, that's fine, that's fantastic, and you're going to get it. I appreciate that, I believe it. But it's not your answer. It's a mundane answer that you've heard being repeated and repeated and repeated. You don't have any care about that. So in 10 years, you're not going to be willing or committed or want to push yourself out of your comfort zone, because that is a future that is basically very simple in a first world country. But you could also have a different vision of you want to have this specific car, or you want to have sitting in my car. So I said this specific car. You want to have this specific car. You want to have this specific house. You want to be in this specific location. You want to have this specific job, or you want to have this specific relationship with this amount of kids, or with this type of relationship. And that you'll actually get more excited by, and it will also help you more. If you want to have a specific person in your life, it's a girl with blonde hair, blue eyes, to go talk to those girls with blonde hair, blue eyes. If it's a job in the science industry, to go search science. Or if it's a job around your academic career, or something that you've actually accomplished in terms of your education, then you go search them. Or if it's around your health, you want to have a specific health. I want to be healthy, I want to be happy, and I want to be wealthy. They're great sentences and they're very helpful, but they're not going to help you in terms of feeling drive or excitement for your future. They aren't. Feeling happy, healthy, and wealthy, great things, not exciting. And I say that pinch of salt. If you were depressed, they are probably the most exciting, although right now you're not feeling, I imagine, the most glorified, overwhelmed, ecstatic person in the world right now. There is excitement to it, but is there enough of excitement for you to go towards a dream? Your dream being ... And I find from different cultures, different backgrounds, people really have different scopes of dreams. First world country people actually do have a bigger dream. In a third world country, they don't actually see, or maybe even a second world country, I'm not sure about the distinctions there. But in a second world country, the vision or the dream is not as grandiose, and it is, let's say, less specific. It is just to have a good family, have good kids, and then to go from there. No wrong answers in this, absolutely none. Only better or slightly worse answers. That is it. No wrong answer. Your answer is just as justified or as rationalized as any other. I say there's no wrong answers. Like, it's going to be extremely hard, like, to say there's no wrong answers. I mean, you could wish for terrible things, and that might be classed as a wrong answer, and I might buy into that idea that it's a wrong answer, especially if it's very negative for the world in some way, shape or form. But that could be just classed as a worse idea or a terrible idea. It's not as wrong. Or if you want to, maybe semantics again, they're just the same thing. They're just wrong. It's just wrong. I'm happy to buy into the idea that is a wrong answer. Now, maybe you are too. In this episode, we've covered a couple of things around your paradigm, your understanding of life, your vision. A paradigm is a belief structure, an identity, or a core value around things. You have a paradigm for anything. You have a paradigm for life. I want to know what the paradigm is. Let me know in the comments. Life is ... Finish the sentence. And I am ... Finish the sentence. And lastly, my dream is ... I hope you have a beautiful, blessed day. On this beautiful, blessed day, my name is Gary Clinton. I go by Gary the Expert. Check out my website, GaryTheExpert.com. GaryTheExpert.com. Very simple. If you're looking for help with your mental health, depression and anxiety specifically, nothing to do with other disorders like schizophrenia, anorexia, or other diagnoses around the field, I would love to be able to take the opportunity to help you and inspire you out of such a situation. Thank you. My name's Gary. I go by Gary the Expert. Check out GaryTheExpert.com. It's a beautiful blessing to see you in this episode, and I look forward to seeing you in the next episode. Thank you very much. Leave a like, comment, and subscribe. See ya.